Getting good. This guy Nycc.
So we're Bink, and for 27 years we've helped the employees and owners of bookstores and comic shops that have unexpected financial catastrophes. In fact, in 27 years we've given away $11 million in grants to help people get financially stable again. Things such as death in the family, domestic abuse, and getting somebody into a safe home. In fact, getting someone into a home and out of a car or to keep their utilities on. And now we're actually giving 8 weeks over 2 months with BetterHelp to provide mental health support. And I hope that you never need us, but if you do, we are the safety net for the book and comic industry.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, so we are Pop Culture Classroom. We are a nonprofit that uses things like comics and board games and video games in schools to educate and build literacy skills, love of learning, creativity, and really get kids invested in their learning. And so we do a few things here. We've got graphic novel teaching guides where we work with publishers to create curriculum for their graphic novels that they put out so that if a teacher wants to use them in their classroom, they've got curriculum ready to go. We also put out our own line of history-based comics over here. They're about people, places, and events in U.S. history, covering things that you might already learn about in school, like the history of the railroad or the Boston Tea Party, to things that you might not know, like the history of the first video game cartridge or how anime came to the United States. Everything that we put out is 100% free for teachers, so they can go to our website, www.popcultureclassroom.org, and download our resources, download our comics and our teaching guides. Everything is standards aligned so that they can prove to their administrators that even though they're using comics, yes, they are teaching the good stuff that they need to teach. So definitely hit up our website and see what we got for you.
I've done many forms of writing that weren't comics, and none of them were as fun as comic books. I wrote a play called The Example, which is about a briefcase on a train station, which was written in the wake of the London bombing. And that play won a bunch of awards, and my plays went everywhere. I had theatre, I had plays on 5 continents. But theatre is a lot like crime in that it doesn't pay. And so I reached out on a thing called the internet, looking for someone to help me turn my plays into comics. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with the internet, but I got destroyed, like utterly destroyed, except by one man. One man who came onto these forums by the name of Colin Wilson and said, "Leave him alone, guys, do you want to get a coffee?" And so much of breaking into comics are the people who are prepared to do that. The one person who will say, "Yeah, I've got time to give you some writing advice," or to look at your thing, or "No, I can't look at your thing, but I'll give you writing advice." Don't ever ask us to look at a thing. We can't. We can't. Tom King is happy to read your thing.
And focus together on creative storytelling in uncertain times, culturally, socially, politically, and economically, against a backdrop of major media outlets making grand declarations about superhero fatigue, to which I say, you never liked us anyway. But more personal level, I want to talk about what I try to do every day to support and build stories that we're proud of in comics and graphic novels and kids' books and webtoons and reprint collections. And how comics survive and thrive because they are creatively unique. No matter how many times people declare the imminent death of comics, and how they invariably come roaring back, much like a character who meets his maker while conveniently reclining alongside a Lazarus pit. Comic book deaths are seldom permanent.